Hey everyone, it's Pastor Scott. I have to tell you, it's kind of sad around here. We don't have any ping pong games going, no exploding kittens, no werewolf, no band tonight. It's kind of sad, and it's coming off a real big high for us as a youth group. We just remodeled this youth room, and we've had a lot of awesome things happening. Even the cabaret show went off great. It seems like forever ago, but it was just last week. And so we've had so many wonderful things to celebrate, and yet this week it seems like we're experiencing a lot of loss. Loss of sports, loss of school, loss of dances and opportunities, and yeah, even loss of church. Right now, we are scheduled to not meet here until after April 4th. So we are scheduled to start again April 5th. That's a Sunday. Hopefully we all will be here. But as this situation continues to develop, we will reevaluate. So we may meet here April 5th, or it may be longer. We don't know. But I understand. I understand what it is to suffer and experience loss. And for you seniors out there, David, Grant, I get it. I get it. Senior dance. Just all these different things that you're going through, and you want to end out your school year, your 12 years of school, strong. And so it's hard, and I don't have any great words of wisdom to offer here, except that really stinks. I understand that it's something that's hard to go through right now. I do think it will get easier as the years go on. The key word we need to remember now is resiliency. And the reason why I say resiliency is because things are hard. And while these are the losses we're experiencing right now, the truth is that there are people losing their lives. And I don't know how this virus will continue to shape and form our daily life, if loss of life will touch anyone here, or touch our families, or touch our community. But what I can tell you is we need to remember and recognize that God is still in control, and that we can trust Him during this time. And yes, we're not here at church, but I think there's a big difference between church and the body of Christ. Church is where we go. It's where we meet. But the body of Christ is the church. We don't have to meet in this building still to gather. We don't have to meet in this building to catch up with one another. And not just that, but to love our neighbors and to be great in this community. So I just want to remind you of that. And while we talked about loss, let's also think about gain. One thing that we have gained is time. So think about that for a second. I want you just to think about church camp. And when you left church camp this past summer, how on fire you were for God. And I don't think it was just the games and the people, although they were awesome. I think what we recognize is that God never went anywhere. He's always been there, but we finally gave Him the time. We finally sought after Him, and we got into His Word, and we studied who He was. And so while we might rather be out playing baseball or doing some other activity or even being at school, you have the gift of time. Don't squander that. It's a great gift, and right now you can seek after God in a way that you never have before. And there are no more excuses. I mean, if we won't make time for God now, when will we make time for God? Now is the time to seek after Him. So let me talk to you briefly about our plan over the next few weeks. And I want to hear feedback from you guys. I'd love to talk to you. I'm still here at the church. Church office is still open. I hope to have our video conferencing up for next week for youth group, where we can see the band play and where we can still have discussion using the Zoom app. And before we do that, I would like to have kind of an opportunity to test it out, to see what we think, to just kind of get together and discuss. And so I'll be posting that link. Additionally, I hope to have our Sunday school teachers, if they want to, be able to use video conferencing so that they can still teach and still stay connected with you. So crucial. They care so much about you and they want to know how you're doing, just like I do. The other thing I would like to do is it limits our interactions to 10 or less. I would love to possibly get together with small groups, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, and maybe meet here at the church. So if you have a small group of people that you'd like to come and just hang out, whether it's shooting baskets or perhaps playing ping pong or a game, I would love to do that. Most importantly, I just kind of want to see how things are going for you and let you know that I'm here. If any of you guys want someone to talk to, you got me. There may be some opportunities for community service work, such as helping out at the food pantry. The food pantry is going to change how they do everything to where it's drive up and we can just drop off the food. They can pick it up themselves and go. But it would be very helpful because the target age group is normally the age group of the people that serve there. So anyone 65 or older are typically the volunteers that we have to offer there during the daytime. But now you guys are out of school and you might be able to help out. So if you're someone that would like to help out, I will get you dates of when we're going to be doing that. And I will also get you the slots. I think we only need 3 people at a time. And I believe it'll be a Monday and a Wednesday that we would be helping out in late April. I don't know how long this will take, how long this virus will happen, but we're not going to let it stop us from meeting. Even if it's on video conferencing, even if it's on video, we're going to stay in touch. And I want you all to know I care about you and I want to be here with you every step of the way. All right, quickly, you guys do have some homework this week. A few weeks back, we studied Jesus calming the storm, and that was Luke 8, 22 through 25. So I have a few questions here for you. First, many of these disciples, they were fishermen. They were experts on the sea. They knew how to handle a boat. Think for a second how bad it must have been for these fishermen to get scared. So scared to where they went and they woke up Jesus. I guess my question is, when you are scared, what do you do? When you are scared, what do you do? And yes, this is self-reflection. Yes, I want you to write it down. But I'd also love it. If you want to share this with me, that would be fantastic. There's lots of different ways you can do that, whether it's through text message or whether it's through email or messenger or whatever. We'll have lots of different ways that you can send me different things. And we're hoping to expand upon our social media as well to connect with the way that you connect. Additionally, second question. Jesus rebuked the wind and the waves, and at his command, they were still. I want you to go back through the Bible. I want you to find at least 2 other examples where Jesus, God, was in control, where no matter what happened, God took control, and you could just see his awesome power and his awesome plan at work. That brings us to number 3. And I think you all know the answer, so we'll just go over this briefly. But is God in control of all of this right now? Yes, he is. He's in control of everything. And so knowing that, I guess here's my real question. How will you trust God in this situation? And you might say, well, I'm going to pray, or I'm going to read the Word more, and that's great, and that's awesome. But you may need to let go of some things. You may need to start to ask God how he might use you in this situation. And instead of us trying to determine what we will do or how we will act, maybe we let him tell us what to do and how to act. We live out his commands. That is how God is glorified. That when we love him more than we love our own desires, we can see his plans lived out through us, and we experience him in a brand new way. Hey guys, I do miss you. You all do belong here, and whether it's on video, on online conferencing, or here at church, there's always a place for you here at First Baptist Cameron. Love you guys. Have a great week. And if you need anything, please don't hesitate to call. Thanks.